Oh, look, 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 look. This is the flower of the dragon fruit. It'll be gone tomorrow, but the bees are buzzing round, which is good. That gets pollinated. Look at this. Look at all that in there. And there's the bee wrapped up in the pollen getting it. He's going, oh my God, this is a bounty, this. I've got to go back to the hive and tell the guys about this. Look at this. He's really into it. And another one here. Another one here. The bees are getting into that one as well. So, happy days on dragon fruit. I'll video them tomorrow. They'll probably be gone tomorrow. They're really rapid flowers. Look at this. Who doesn't love weeds? Yeah. They're gonna go fantastic in my compost bin. When you're most old, when you realise that a stool is fantastic for weeding on, and I am unearthing here some absolutely fantastic earthworms. Look at that rascal there. And that is because of all the leaf we put on this plot a few months ago. Those leaves are degrading, and Mimosa pudica, those leaves are degrading, and the worms are enjoying them. And look at that, I've only been going 10 minutes, and it's 7 in the morning. We've got a lot of cloud cover. However, it is humid, it's warm. So I'm going to carry on weeding, get all this lot in, all this fantastic compost. Who doesn't love weeds, eh? How could you not love weeds in the garden? The only reason you could not love weeds is if you don't compost. Simple as that. So I'm going to crack on with this. Well, it doesn't take long if you get on with it, does it? That's the bulk of the weeds out of May's vegetable plot. I'm sure I've missed the odd few, but then again, I'm English. I don't really know what the Thai weeds are. However, I can report that the Queensland blue pumpkins, there's a few of them are doing really, really well. Really well. And look at this, an absolute bounty of weeds to go in the compost. And that's absolutely magnificent, isn't it? That's brilliant. So I'm going to get those in the compost now. And yeah, as I said before, loads and loads of earthworms, which is a tremendous benefit for the garden. So that, spreading all that leaf mold on, that you can see is pretty much broken down, or will be gone by the time the rains have gone. And we're cracking on. I've got this section to do next. Gonna have a minute, gonna have some breakfast, have a rest, and then do this section. It's all go, isn't it? Of course it is. No rest for anybody retired in Thailand. Whoa, I know, can you see me sweating? It's hot. And this is a heavy basket full of weeds. Now then, I'm gonna get them on this compost pile. And I've got 2 bins where the compost is absolutely fabulous, really is fabulous. I've been using it for potting up. I've got some on the beds, some on the raised beds. The raised beds, they dry up very quickly indeed. So even though it's the rainy season, yesterday I had the hose pipe on them, giving them a good degging, as my grandfather would say. Look at my Welsh dandelions. And already one of my pepper seeds. There's some screaming red hot bird eye peppers, not for the faint-hearted. And I've ordered another apple tree from online, and I've ordered another apple tree online, and I've ordered a couple of traditional cherries. I've got the Thai cherry, what they call the Jamaican cherry, in the garden. I'm going to make some fertilizer for the garden. I've got some cucumber leaves, some papaya leaves. I've got the weeds this morning, all the different kinds of weeds. The more weeds, different kinds you've got, the better the tea is that you make. The bits of soil are fantastic in this tea because we're going to add in the water, rainwater, and some bone meal, bit of blood meal, and we're going to add some molasses in, and then we're going to put it in a net, submerge it in water for about 2 weeks, and then we'll have a fantastic tea. But first we need to chop it up. I'm going to add into that some blood meal and a handful of bone meal. Now then, once those microbes start to ferment, they will need something to feed on, and we want to give them a little bit of molasses. Come on, it's not January. There you go. Bit of treacle. Now then, gather the bag up. Now, the bag isn't really necessary because it only makes it easier to get out once it's fermented. You could just put the weeds in the bucket of water and strain them out at a later date. Drop that in 5 gallons of water, put the lid on. A fortnight later, your tea is ready to go. And you dilute it 10 to 1. So every gallon of tea you take out, 10 gallons of water. Easy peasy. Well, this little bin is 35 litres, which is about 8 gallons. So I'm going to fill it up and pop the lid on and let nature take its course, and we'll have a look at that again in a fortnight. So 16th of July we'll have a look at that. Oh, we're getting some water. If it's not wet, it won't decompose. It will just go like hay if it's dry, and or silage. And you want it needs to be wet for the bacteria to kick in. So here comes the rest of our weeds. Who doesn't love weeds, eh? Now then, water. Of course those weeds would decompose a lot quicker if I chop them up. In well, today's Wednesday, so next Wednesday I'll turn that because it will be cooking by then. And as they say on television, here is some I made earlier. That's beautiful stuff. absolutely fantastic. See you a little later. Bye bye for now.